All right, recall from the last lesson in terms of parent functions, the absolute value function is the one that looks like a V, right? Remember, it's like if you cover up the left side, then it's actually just the identity function, right? Slope of 1 going up and to the right. But on the other side, it's actually slope of -1, right? And so we have that V shape. And so it starts at the origin, the V starts at the origin, and then it goes up with +1 slope. And on the other side, it goes positive up, it goes -1 slope up and to the left, right? Or down and to the right. So let's see an example with absolute value. So number 5. So here we have y is less than or equal to the absolute value of x minus 1, right? So first of all, let's ignore this for a second and just kind of remember what we do if it's an equal sign. So this is the parent function would just be right on the origin, slope of 1 on one side, slope of -1 on the other, right? But this, we have a -1 on the outside, right? So if we add or subtract, remember that's going to be a translation. It's going to be a shift. We're going to move it up or down. And so, or left and right. So if it's outside, that's vertical. So we're going to move it up or down, okay? So in this case, it's going to be down 1. So we'll move it down to right here. So that's where the V is going to start. And then there are no other transformations, so we just basically draw it from there, okay? So +1 slope and -1 slope. Okay, so that's it. And then now I have to figure out, that would be it if it were an equation, right? But now we have to figure out, is it dashed or solid, and is it above and below? So because of this right here, it's going to be solid, right? Okay, so solid. And so we'll keep it as is. And then the shading, so since it's less than, it's going to be shaded below. Okay, so it'll be all these points underneath the V, right? All right, so that's how it'll look. Let's take a look at number 6. So here, and remember, if y is not by itself, so get y by itself, right? But these, for both of these, y is by itself. So here we have y is greater than, and then we have this absolute value expression, right? So we have -3 times x plus 1 minus 2. So first, let's put the let's put the v in the right place, or let's have the start of the v in the right place. So so let's do the translations. So I have -2, so that means down 2, right? Down 2, so we come to right here. And then inside here, we have +1. So that means left 1, right? So it's going to be right here. So that's where our v is going to start. So now let's look at these other transformations. We have a negative in front. So that means a reflection, right? It's outside, so it's a reflection across the x-axis. So instead of pointing up, it's actually going to point down, right? Okay, so starting here, I know it's going to end up pointing down in some fashion. So now what does the 3 do here? So the 3, that means vertical stretch by a factor of 3. Okay, and so what that means, instead of the slope being 1 or -1, it's going to be -3 or 3. So it's going to go down like this, slope of 3, so over and down, so it's like that. So we know it's flipped upside down, so that's why it's going down. Then on this other side, it's going to have a positive slope of 3. Now, before I go too far, let's figure out the dashed or solid. So if I look here, there's no or equal to, so it's going to be a dashed line, right? So let me erase these, and we'll make it dashed. All right, and then now we just need above or below, last thing. And so, let's see, what color haven't I used yet? So greater than means above, right? Shaded above. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to shade everything above. All right, and that's how it's done. Let me know if you have any questions.